Welcome to this Evil Dead Easter egg video. We will be discussing the top 10 Easter eggs in the movie, and I will share my thoughts on the movie at the end. At number 1, we have the most obvious, which is the Necronomicon. I probably butchered that, aka the Book of the Dead. Now, Evil Dead Rise adds to the lore here, and now explains that there are 3 volumes of the Book of the Dead. Ash, of course, found one in the OG franchise. The 2013 Evil Dead movie also has its own, and now we have a third. I really like how this connects all of the movies together and kind of brings this franchise together. I'll say my thoughts on the movie at the end. Now, here's a twofer for you, as the vinyl records that are played are a throwback to Evil Dead 2, where the incantation is played by Ash from a recording recorded by Professor Noby. The voice on those records in this movie, well, it's Bruce Campbell himself. Groovy, baby. The pizza that the kids get has the name Henrietta on the box with a notable face. This is actually a nod to Evil Dead 2's Henrietta Noby, who was in the basement there and would always look up out of looking like a pizza box, I guess. That's the point. The chainsaw is an iconic franchise weapon used by Ash on his severed arm, and Mia also used it in Evil Dead 2013, and now Beth is the latest wielder. The chainsaw here in this movie has the same colour as Ash's car, which he had in the original movies, and she also uses a shotgun, or should I say, boomstick. Yeah, can you tell my favourite Evil Dead is Army of Darkness? Now, connected to that is Beth's line, "Come get some," which is from Army of Darkness, when Ash says the same line to the Deadites' attack at the S-Mart. Oh, I love that movie. In the hallway, the Deadites say, "You'll be dead by dawn," a callback to Evil Dead 2, where the same line is chanted, and I have said that ever since I watched Evil Dead 2 when I was far too young. Now, at number 7, Ellie is cruelly tied up by electrical cables in the lift, and is a callback to Evil Dead in one of the most scenes, where Cheryl is tied up by tree vines, and Mia was also tied up by vines in Evil Dead 2013. Makes sense because it's sort of a reboot, kind of. Now, at number 8, the spooky POV shot of the demon flying in and possessing Ellie and the girl at the end there was featured in Evil Dead 1, and I'm a sucker for a POV shot. At number 9, the bit that absolutely turned my stomach was when Gabriel's eyeball was spat out and swallowed by someone else. This happens in Evil Dead 2 with Bobby Joe. And lastly, number 10, we have a reference to my favourite horror movie of all time, The Shining. And this was at the ending escape where the lift fills with blood, comes down, opens, and floods with blood, which is just absolutely disgusting. The blood comes out, and it is just like Danny Torrance's visions in The Shining. Absolutely legendary movie. Now, what did I think of this movie? Well, as a big Evil Dead fan, I absolutely loved it. It had a merge of classic Evil Dead, kind of like the one-liners, the kind of absolutely blood splatter, the over-the-topness, but it also had like a chilling modern horror vibe to it as well. And I love the additions of the lore. I thought Beth was great. I thought Ellie was also fantastic as the possessed villain of the piece. And I loved how it was all set in one place, much like, of course, the franchise usually happens apart from Army of Darkness. And I thought it was absolutely brutal and disgusting, and I absolutely loved it. But that is it for this video. Check out my letterbox there for all my views on my movies, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.